What, you don't want that one? It's the best option, man. Hey, it's kind of a three-way panel here, kind of like TSN, NHL. Look who's here, Brando Landsberg. Look who's over there, Mike Babcock. For some reason, he's talking. But the key to Mike Babcock is what he's wearing on his head. Take a look, Case. Get a shot of him. That's the coach of the Maple Leafs, the two-time gold medal winning coach. And you know what? He's one of the most amazing guys I know. The truth is, he's the most amazing hockey coach I know, but he's really the only one. I think he's the only one that would ever talk to me. He called me on the phone two Septembers ago, and I looked down, it was call display, and I saw Mike Babcock, and I thought, oh my God, why is Mike Babcock possibly calling me? No hockey coach has ever called me before. I'm the guy that they don't want to talk to. So I look down, I see it, I pick up the phone, and I go, hello, Mike Babcock, Michael Landsberg here. And he goes, Mike Babcock here. And I said, I know, that's why I said it. I said, why are you calling me? He goes, I watched the show that you hosted. I don't even think he knew the name. And it was a Bell Let's Talk Day show, and they played it on repeat during the summer. And he said, I heard you talking about mental health. I heard you talking about your struggles. And he said, I want to help. I've lost two people that were important to me in my life, and I want to help. He said, but I don't know what to do, so you have to tell me what to do. And since that time, I haven't called upon him a lot. I mean, he's a busy guy, and you only do it when you really want to. But every time I've asked him, Mike, settle down. God, he's always got to be front and center. I said to him, there's a few things you can do. And he did, off the record, a show that he'd never watched before and never watched again. He did Bell Let's Talk Day for 2 years, and he's been really an amazing guy. And when he heard that we had actually started up the website, he said, I got to get a hat. I want to get a hat. I want to wear it for a news conference. So there he is, wearing the hat for the news conference. And you meet people along the way that you say, wow, you know what? I'm lucky to have met him. And Mike Babcock would be one of those guys. By the way, the hats are coming soon. Hey, Casey is holding the camera. She is our lead designer, implying, of course, that there's more than one designer. When will the hats be here?
Friday or early next week.
Friday or early next week. Okay. And speaking of later this week, tomorrow, I'm going to go down to Queen and Sherbourne. Now, if you know Toronto, you might be thinking, why would you go down to Queen and Sherbourne? Queen and Sherbourne is not a place that people like to hang out. It's a place that you go when you have no other place to go. It's where a lot of Toronto's homeless live. And we're going down there because there's 4 gentlemen that we're going to talk to who live on the streets, and all of whom have suffered from a mental health problem and likely still do. And the question that I ask, because it's really easy for me to sit here and say, wow, I've struggled with severe depression, and look at me. I've continued to work. I've continued to live in this house. I've continued to do all these things. But could I have done those things? Could I have remained in mainstream, living a normal life, if I didn't have access to the resources that I've had access to? If I didn't have a family doctor, if I didn't have a psychiatrist, a psychologist, if I didn't have support all around me, would I still be here, sitting on this couch? Or would I be at Queen and Sherbourne, downtown, searching for an answer to the problems that nobody seemed to be interested in solving? It's really important to us to understand, I think, the link between mental health problems and living on the street. And the typical arrogant, our culture way is to say, well, they're lazy. They want to be out there. Well, that'll be one of the questions that I first ask. Do you want to be here? That's something we'll shoot tomorrow. I'll do the Landsblog from there, and then we'll be cutting it up, and we'll show it to you over the next week. And I hope that we get a better understanding of those guys. And I hope you have a better understanding of what we're doing here. It's called SickNotWeak.com. This is the daily Landsblog. Pretty good name that I did not come up with, by the way. And my goal is to be here every day, not espousing my thoughts because I think they're so important, but because I think it's important every time you go to our website, you see a face that you know is there for you. And you know it's not been sitting there for 3 weeks or 3 days even. This is fresh. This is new. This is SickNotWeak.com, where you are never, ever alone.